It's February 8th, 2022. I'm watching the 12 o'clock news program on Channel 7. And for the first time that I've ever seen it, there's a place in Canada called Ottawa, Ottawa, that I've never heard of. Again, it's not something that's been spoken of. I'm not sure if Lynn and Lou know about it. I doubt it. I believe the last time I had heard the word was in 1991, when I transferred to St. Dominic's High School in Oyster Bay, which is Nassau County, near the Teddy Roosevelt estate. And I had a French-Canadian professor who spoke. And when we went through the textbook, it may have meant the real towns that I heard of was Montreal, Ottawa, and Toronto. But I have no idea about differentials between the three. Those were the top three that I remember the textbook spoke of, but I cannot recall the exact memory. I don't have it. But today I'm in state of New York, but today they actually mentioned something because there was some kind of big protest with transportation blocking off something in their area. And then there was a large protest outside of they called it a Parliament building, which I've never heard the word Parliament except in a United Kingdom or a UK reference in like London is the only place I've ever heard a Parliament reference actively on the teleportation and the networks that they allow for airtime into New York, which I have nothing to do with again, but trying to piece together why the communications and my only form of learning has been, if it's from remote learning, why it's been so poor, I'm not quite sure. It's hard to tell. Is it the networks that blocked Parliament? Is it Parliament that blocked the networks or sold airtime? Was it feuding rich people somewhere? I have no idea.
I'm Michelle Charlesworth in for Charlene Ellicott. We begin with the protests over COVID restrictions in Canada. There's now a state of emergency in Ottawa because protesters are blocking traffic, shutting down the nation's busiest international border crossing. ABC's Trevor Ault has the latest from Ottawa.
A lot of these demonstrators have been here for nearly 2 weeks now. There are hundreds of semis and trucks and U-Hauls that are parked in the middle of the street in Ottawa, Canada's capital. We're right outside Parliament. And while this started as just a demonstration against truck drivers being required to get vaccinated across the border, this has evolved into something much larger. They want all of Canada's COVID restrictions and mandates to go away for good. And now this is impacting the U.S. border. The Ambassador Bridge between Detroit and Windsor completely shut down for a time because of demonstrations. That is the busiest land crossing in North America. Losing that would have an enormous impact on travel and...
Now here's where human becomes a problem. The toilet water, Tiafrio 1975, that's been trailing me like a problem that I can't get rid of and I never asked for, which was led in off of a Frank Falco and Jeannie, whatever her name was, that whole clusterfuck of really disgusting, dirty Americans that did nothing really great for me, except cause whatever this is, and then led to whatever this is in whatever this is. Tiafrio 1975 lived in Detroit. He knew somebody really high up in the Air Force, apparently. Almost married that guy's daughter, wish he had. This way it would have derailed him from ever meeting me. And then I heard there's some Ambassador Bridge to Ottawa, Canada. That's a fact that Tia Frio could confirm. For me, never heard of it. Not in my life frame, and Tia Frio and I, we don't talk. We're not best buds. We have toilet paper for a specific reason. But I don't know how to file a $15 like get out of jail free card without lawyers getting involved, and I don't exactly have money for all of that nonsense that this human condition has now, like, whatever, in the state of New York, which is like the state of a colostomy bag.
And on trade. Now here in Ottawa, the noise levels have dipped pretty significantly because of an injunction that has now made it so anyone who honks their horn could potentially be arrested. But that's going to last for 10 days, and instead of honking, what you're going to get instead as we get further into the day is a lot of engines revving and music blaring and people giving some loud speeches because they insist that they will not be leaving here until all of these restrictions and mandates go away. In Ottawa, Trevor Ault, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Back in our area, Mayor Adams expanding a program aimed at helping more New Yorkers adopt a plant-based diet. It's the same diet the mayor credits with helping him avoid diabetes and lose weight. He helped him.
Now this is fun. The news is alerting that if you sleep a lot, you should really lose weight. I don't get how that works in real life because I should be a pro at that by this point, with the health being as poor as it is around here.
Being slashed and the CEO is stepping down. Plus how much extra sleep each night could end up helping you lose weight.
Now, is that actually something that's real, or is that just another fake headline? And apparently there's some, in my area, there's bobcats. Bobcats. They're far enough away that I don't have to worry about going out on the street, but it's territorial.
They are not just stray cats in the neighborhood. Up next, where bobcats are on the prowl and what neighbors are being told to do to stay safe. Taking a live look outside, the AccuWeather forecast is coming up next.
It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. It's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken. It's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361. And it's February 8th, 2022.